Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth's DEI purge has claimed another victim, although not one that you were probably expecting. A World War II bomber, one that dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima. We're gonna show you a picture, and I want you to guess why it is that it's run afoul of Pete Hegseth. So here it is. The Pentagon has flagged this plane as woke. Now, why would that be? Well, it's a black and white photo. They like at least half of that. It's not that, 82, it's not that. Oh, that's what it is. It's gay. It's a big gay plane. It's the Enola Gay, and that's not acceptable because our government gives all of the consideration to the things they do that some startup AI model does. And so the bomber, do I need to fact check this? I'm gonna fact check it just in case. It's 2025, this is America, I need to. The bomber ain't gay. The bomber doesn't have a sexual orientation at all. The bomber has never effed anyone except for tens of thousands of Japanese civilians, I guess. It doesn't have sex. It's not actually gay. Enola Gay was named after Enola Gay Tibbets, the mother of the aircraft's pilot, Colonel Paul Tibbets. It's not actually gay. It's not a drag queen, it's not trans. There's nothing woke about any of this, although there's a lot that feels deeply asleep about it, weirdly enough. And so that was a flagged photo because it's too gay. And there's a lot of them, boy. 26,000 images have been flagged for removal across every military branch. Again, these are pictures that are unacceptable because they make Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump too uncomfortable. I don't like these pictures. I don't like what they mean, what they represent. Get rid of them, get rid of all the images. That's how sensitive and so flakish they've become. The purge could end up deleting as many as 100,000 images or posts in total across the military, which, if I had to guess, would be all of the images. What else could they possibly have? And all of this is because they're considered to be too DEI. So here are some examples of the stuff that's too DEI to be allowed. So a photo of a Marine posing with volunteers in front of a Vietnamese cultural display during a diversity celebration day. That's not gay, but it is woke and it has to end. A photo of Private First Class Cristina Fuentes Montenegro, the caption of which notes that she was one of the first 3 women to graduate from the Marine Infantry Training Battalion. You could probably guess why that's dead. You cannot be proud of women in the military. That's too woke and maybe also gay, I guess. So we have that. A 2014 flyer announcing the 116th Air Control Wing Georgia Air National Guard celebration of Women's History Month. Obviously, acknowledging women in general is not gonna be acceptable if acknowledging one military woman isn't acceptable. And that has photos of women in the service. So that's gotta end. Also, some photos of the Tuskegee Airmen, the nation's first black military pilots. You cannot acknowledge that they were willing to serve as part of our armed forces, even when here domestically they were being denied most of their constitutional rights. It's too woke to acknowledge their service. And in fact, there are many deaths in defense of America. And so that's gotta be killed. We've got another photo. This is from the Army Corps of Engineers. It was a dredging project in California. I'm gonna Google it, could be gay, and I'm not sure. But one of the local engineers had the last name Gay, so that's been flagged. Also, Army Corps biologists, they had a photo, and it included data about fish, including their weight, size, hatchery, and damn, gender. What if the fish are gay? What if the fish are women? We gotta flag that too. Is this sufficiently stupid enough yet? Can we finally admit that the non-stop, smooth-brained, worm-riddled identity politics of the right aren't good for anyone? It's just stupid and it's wasting time and it's wasting money. We've finally found the fraud, waste, and abuse, and it's programs like this. And I hope that Hegseth is watching this so he can fix it. I hope that he's relatively sober while doing so because this is just too stupid to continue.